funny guy caught me off guard. But like when we got to pop with Rico, oh my God, that nigga was really
Oh,
stupid.
hey.
Realmatic Podcast.
Schoolboy Q,
Go.
Blue Lips, finally dropped. Schoolboy Q, man, it's been quite a long time since we had some music from him.
Yeah.
One of TD's biggest artists. Finally dropped on the scene with some new music. So, what do y'all think about this project, man?
Marlon, go first.
Why you throw me out there? Man, fuck you.
Because I want to know how you feeling about this, man.
uh let's just get the elephant out of the room. Starting a song with like a soul sample, the real jazziest of soul samples, and then like just cranking that bitch up to 20 is so insane. Damn, most of the songs are like that on this bitch, and I feel like funny guy caught me off guard. But like when we got to pop with Rico, oh my God, that nigga was really
Oh,
stupid.
hey.
And then it's
That's
to the point
crazy.
where when you like jump around the album, now nigga, when we got to like track 10 with Ab Soul and shit like that, I was so hyped. It was just like certain aspects of the project where I do appreciate, like, bro, you gotta give the man his respect. He put in work every time he come out, and it's to the point. And it was funny. I think I seen on Twitter the other day where he was ranking his albums, and he did have that this album way up there. And it's like, man, I can see it. The creativity is there. It's definitely different from what has been coming out lately. And it's like, shit, that nigga gave us a Childish Major feature in 2024. Like, like, like,
Oh,
yeah,
clap it up for my man.
like,
Getting
nigga,
about
like,
it.
nigga. But
Yeah.
overall, though, like for 18 track, see, I'm cool with an 18 track project when it's looking like this, and you're definitely giving me layers. Granted, I'm not gonna lie, and the three or four times I heard this shit, I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't like really like sonically listening to what he was talking about. I
Bruh.
was just really just going in it for enjoying the music and just enjoying the sounds for what it was. And like I said, I even like Lost Times with Jazzy, the Devin Malik song. Like, Freddie always gonna go stupid on Ohio. Like, for me, I enjoyed it. I really did, honestly.
So there wasn't nothing that you would change about it.
No, because I feel like I'd rather have Q in his actual form. I don't need him to be something that he's not. And I feel like when it comes to that, he's definitely pushing the boundary and just trying different things. And I think that we gotta like and let the rappers try different sounds and try different experimental type of things. I'm not even gonna say like this is the most experimental, but I did love the way he tried to articulate and try to like form these tracks for this project. Even that 18 tracks.
How you feel about it, Rob?
So, like, okay, Q is one of the only artists I have his tweet notifications on for. And I didn't notice that until I think I maybe turned those on back in maybe Crash Talk times when that was coming out. I just wanted to keep up to date about what was coming out with the album. He has said a lot about Blue Lips in general, as he's like, every album I drop, I always want to give a different vibe to it. He's like, none of my albums, in my opinion, feel exactly the same every time. Yeah, they'll have at least one standout single or whatever on there. But, bro, I like this. It was a good project for him. I like it. I don't, him ranking it as number one on all of his projects, I was like, I'm not saying this your number one, buddy. I'm giving this a 2 on his. 2, maybe 3, for real. If it's for me, and my top 3 for him is like Blank Face, Oxy, and then
Blue
this, then Blue Lips. My one gripe with this project, a lot of the songs start off a little too slow. If that Ohio is a perfect example of that. It starts off slow and then randomly we rev up and then he wants to pull it back down and make it slow again.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. But it doesn't say that it's taking away from like the songwriting or like his production quality in here. Production quality is great. Like this is one of those times where it's like, oh, you got some samples. Oh, we really locking in. You sat here and really are trying to kind of write a little bit, man. What is it? Cooties, dope. Where is it? Ohio. He had some bars on there that I liked that were dope. Back in Love is actually one of my favorite songs on here. I liked it when it came out.
this shit.
Yeah. Oh my God, this big little kid. Oh my God. I was like, oh, this shit hard as hell. Thank God for me.
I knew he was gonna say that.
Thank God for me. God
Yeah.
damn.
Thank God for me.
God damn. That shit hot. And it's an album of a lot of beat switches.
It is.
It is. And that saves it. And then, like I said, some of those songs start off slow and you forget that later on here, oh, it's going to rev up. Oh, it's going to feel like it's like a 1-2 punch on the back. So sometimes I want to skip a song, but then I listen to it again. I'm like, oh shit, I forgot this was in the song. I forgot this extra beat was here that makes the song way better. So it's just a little confusing for a person if you're new to listening to Q and like you're not always used to listening to it, you're like, okay. His rapping style on here a couple times is a little weird. Blue Slides. The way he raps on Blue Slides is like, what do he say? Presidential Rolly. Yeah, I took a big risk. It sounds like he's like, I don't like how he does his rhyme scheme is weird to me. It's like word to word to word to stop to word to word. It's almost like he's having a hard time reading what he's writing for a second.
What?
I'm not saying the song is bad, but like I was listening
You didn't like that flow.
with like my dad, and I'm okay, presidential ruler, I took a big risk. Oh, okay, I see where you're going. I don't want to say it felt like a little bit of a try hard to make sure y'all hear my words, but that's what it really felt like. It was like a weird pocket for me. No hate on his bars and how he raps. It was just that. It was like, I see it. But I feel like was there another way that you could have said those lines? Yeah.
Damn, I didn't see that on that. I don't see that on that song, bro. I really like that song, bro.
It's good. Don't get me wrong.
Blue
It's just like,
Slides
I was
hard.
like, was there another way you could have said this? Because it feels like I felt like I was reading it too slow. Or like I felt like you could have picked up the speed a little bit on how you said it.
You got to be talking about a different song, bro. Because he
No,
was
bro.
saying it kind of fast on Blue Slides. And that was the one where it's kind of poetic.
Yeah, it was like kind of poetic, but that's why I
Yeah.
was like, I don't know why
That was too slow.
it felt like it was a little slower. Like it was just Q trying to get it, like he was reading it off the iPhone or presidential rolling. I got big wrists.
Bro.
It did sound like that.
Like he's like, okay, wait, what should I say? Like almost like trying to almost freestyle it at the same time and remember.
It was like top 10, bitch, we all in. That one, right? That was just the hook. That was just the hook.
It was.
He did the verse very fast.
Go ahead.
Y'all be killing me, man. But nah, man, I really enjoyed this project. I think he was way more introspective this time around.
Yeah.
He definitely worked on his raps, worked on his flows. He sounds very comfortable now. Sounds more masterful of his flows, and I definitely appreciated that. This album had a roller coaster in it, which is always a good sign of a great album. Has that up and down thing. Like you guys said, it did have a lot of beat switches. I don't know if I was fucking with that so much because it was like a beat switch almost every song. In the beginning, the first half of the album, it was dope. You know, the beat switch on Pop, dope. The beat switch on Ohio, that's cool. You know, even the beat switch on Thank God for Me, it's cool. But then it's like we keep getting it. It's like, all right. Well, like for one song, I think it's Lost Times.
Mm-hmm.
That beat in the beginning, I was like, the way he was flowing on that, I was like, damn, this shit hard. And he switched it up. I was like, oh, I don't know if I really like this beat. But I appreciate it, but I don't know if I really care for that beat like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that subject matter wise, it started off really strong for me. But I feel like after the song with Absol, we kind of got a little bit all over the place. Even with the song with Childish Major, we didn't need that.
Don't do that.
We didn't need that.
Don't do that.
I'm not gonna say that.
It was an anti-cop. We gonna kill cop song.
I think
Man,
we should have
fuck
had it
that
in
shit.
the beginning of that, like closer to the beginning. I am used to Q projects always starting with a heavy hitter at the very first song for the most part. So that it was weird. I will say I'm not taking away from you, Ben. I did want to mention this one thing.
Sure.
Schoolboy Q doesn't know how to end the album.
Yeah.
He just be kind of like
Smile. You gonna end it like that?
Like that was the thing. Having pig, what is it? Was it pig?
Pig feet.
Pig feet. And then that is my ending. It was like, oh, okay. Cool, I guess.
Could have ended it with Ohio.
That's what I'm like. You could have ended it with
Could've.
one of those other songs that was like a little bit in that range. Even if you ended it with what was it, Germany?
Yeah, 86.
Where you're talking about your mom and you're talking about like fighting for the country and like you could have ended it that way. I would have been like, okay, it was an homage to your mother, to your heroes. Boom.
Yeah.
We're done. I don't like how he kind of just ended it like that with a smile.
I feel like, and this is a thing that I really want to say, because I think this is something that J. Cole needs to pick up on. It's the fact that every single feature added to this project. Freddie Gibbs added to it, Ab-Soul added to it, the AZ Chike on a movie, that song was dope. It was the one with that Bay Area beat. That shit was hard. Devin Malik, Rico Nasty, these people added to the project. They kind of made the project better.
Yeah.
J. Cole needs to do that. I'm gonna just say that. But going back to this project, I mean, it was cool, but there are some duds. There are some skips that I would take out. Like First, that song trash to me.
You don't like First?
Nah,
I was the first motherfucker that hit. I was like, all right.
I wasn't fucking with that. I know y'all probably like this one, but I ain't like it. Yearn 101. That shit was ass to me, bro.
Yearn 101, like that's that one song that I was saying in every Q project. It just feels like you just kind of gotta have that one.
Yeah.
That's just there for the radio.
That flow
like,
is ugly.
yeah.
I'm like, nah, bro. Turn that shit off, bro.
Yeah, that one's not. It's. I don't hate the song, but I get what you mean.
Yeah, I didn't like that shit, man.
But like,
yeah, I ain't like that shit. But I feel like he really did live up to his name as far as being like groovy Q, because a lot of these songs are groovy. A lot of these songs have that jazzy instrumentation going on with it. So I did like that about it. Is this his best project? I don't know yet, to be continued, but this is definitely a good comeback album. Still, it's kind of late though. We should have had this a little bit earlier. We should have had this probably 2 years ago, but either way it goes, I think this is some of his best work, and I think that he really did put together some dope music, man. And yeah, I enjoyed it though. I enjoyed this project.
Yeah.
So what y'all giving it, man? What y'all rating this?
Mar?
7.
Okay.
Modest.
I was gonna give it a 7 as well. As what it's kind of giving me.
I'm gonna give it a 7 as well. Give it a 7 as well.
Realmatic Podcast.